And so in December 332 BC, Alexander entered Egypt. The most ancient and glamorous civilization fell without a fight. The Persians had been hated here because they didn't respect the Egyptian gods, and Alexander was welcomed as a liberator. For 3,000 years, Egypt had been an inward-looking civilization. Now Alexander opened it up to a wider world. On the west of the Nile Delta, he himself marked out the site for a great new harbour. It was called after him Alexandria. Ever since, it's been Egypt's greatest port, and to Greeks everywhere, the capital of memory.
Alexandria was the greatest emporium, the marketplace of the world. The wealth that accumulated was made very good use of. First, building a magnificent city with wonderful street structure, drainage system, water supply, great temples, palaces, palaces upon palaces, as Homer said, and above all, a center of world culture to compete with Athens itself. With enormous amount of wealth and money, they invited the best minds in the world to come and settle in Alexandria. In the 3rd century BC, within 1 century after its foundation, Alexandria could claim the great names of Euclid, the great mathematician, Eratosthenes, the great astronomer, Herophilus, the founder of anatomy, Archimedes.
And the greatest library in the world.
The greatest library in the world was there. A universal library in the proper sense for the first time. A prototype of the British Museum, of the Bibliothèque Nationale. This was in the mind of Alexander the Great. And this is his great, perhaps, contribution to world history.
The city is still a cosmopolitan place today. It's one of Alexander's great legacies, the first of nearly 30 Alexandrias he founded between Africa and India. And only now are archaeologists finding material evidence of the vision behind it. It shows a side of the king's character we hadn't seen so far. Not just the warrior, but a far-sighted thinker. Faithful to his tutor Aristotle's vision of Greek civilization and its power to change the world. In the winter of 332 BC, Alexander surprised everyone. Instead of turning towards Persia, he left his army by the Nile and headed off with his close companions towards Libya.
This part of the journey, the Greeks talk about a landscape without any features. There wasn't a single tree or mountain by which we could get our bearings, they say. Just a great ocean of sand.